Hi everyone, it's Juliet Glamorous Creations. Thanks for joining me again. My gadget or supply this week is something to finish a project off. Intriguing. What is it? Is this? So I made this travel bag by Wendy Orlando and I love it. The fabric is really beautiful. And there was only really one thing that I thought I would change. Let me show you. So it needs a firm bottom. I mean, don't we all? But this bag really does need a bit of stability in the bottom. So I thought, what can I use? So I came up with this. So first of all, I had some of this really stiff interfacing. It's like a really thick craft Violin. So, I mean, really stable. And what I actually did is I first of all folded it in half. So I knew exactly the size of the bag, width, and obviously depth, and cut two bits of this. So one on the bottom and one on the top. And then I thought, well, that's quite good. That's quite good. But what else could I use? And somewhere in the ether of my brain, I remembered that you can actually use some plastic needlework canvas. So here it is. This is the stuff, and this is my gadget of the week. This is my supply of the week. And basically I got a sheet of it, which was this wide and twice as deep as this, and I cut it to the right size. And then what I did is I laid it in between my two sheets, and this really is quite stable. I mean, I found it quite difficult. I was sort of trawling through the internet trying to find bag bases, and they were quite expensive for one, but also they just weren't the right size, so it was a real headache. So I thought, this way I can cut this to size. So that's what I've done, and then I've put it in an envelope of fabric, the same fabric as the lining of the bag. So here it is. So I've got the craft Violin on one side, craft Violin on the other, and the plastic cut to the right size in the middle there. And I've covered it in an envelope of fabric, and I'm going to hand sew the end up. So then I can pop it in to the base of the bag, and I'll show you the difference. So that's the before, and this is the after. There we are. It sits much, much better now. And also when you put things in it, it won't sag at the bottom. So yeah, that's an after shot of the bag with the lining in the bottom when you're carrying it around. So it's well worth making that bag base or bag bottom for your bag. It does give it a nice look inside the bag as well, just really neatens it off. So this bag lining, actually I've turned it through this opening for turning, and so I'm going to hand stitch that down or together. And I suppose if you wanted to, if you didn't want to make the envelope, you could just pop this plastic in through the lining so it sits in the base of your bag. The only thing I would say with that is that you won't be able to control it moving around really. So it could move, it could slide, and that would drive me a little bit mad. But some of you may not have a problem with that at all. So there you have it. Plastic needlepoint canvas. And the holes are quite big, as you can see. But it's not only for needlework. Who knew? You can use it as a stiffener for your bag bases. So I hope you found that helpful. I will put a link to where I got mine in the box below this video, and I hope you found that helpful. See you next week. Happy sewing, guys. Bye for now.